Hey, thanks, welcome. Where is Stoic? No. Oh, I bet. We are going to Volskaya Foundry first. How did I lose Stoic? I'm gonna close out of this. I'll call you right back.
All right, sounds good.
Let's see. Hey, sorry, another technical issue because that's how my double headers work. Trying to get Stoic back in. I'm super glad to have him again. All right, it looks like we are going to have it. There we go. There's Stoic. All it took was restarting Discord.
Yo, dog, are you in HOTS?
No, because I couldn't get to where I could run Discord as an administrator until I closed out of HOTS because it covered up all my icons and I can't right click it from the start menu. So, cool
We should get
things.
that fixed.
Cool things. Thank you for the subscription, Shinmeister95. You know, I think there's a clip on my channel where of a play you made or didn't make the way you were supposed to or something. I don't know. I'm not going to blow up your spot, but there's a clip with your name as part of the title. So, yeah. All right, we are connecting into HOTS again because I am a chungus.
You're awesome. You're not a
All right, are
chungus.
you in the lobby yet?
Yeah, I'm in the lobby. You can
All right.
join off me.
Okay, let's see. Sweet. Let me close out of party voice so that we don't get that problem.
Alrighty, I'm excited. Ladies and gents, we're in for an exciting match here with ReGen against ReGen.
Yes, it's definitely going to be fantastic. I think ReGen has the advantage coming in as well. So I'm definitely looking for ReGen to close it out, but a good fight to be put up by ReGen as well.
Yeah, I think ReGen showed a really strong showing last week, and so they're coming off of a win this week, and they're looking to continue winning.
Right, but what about ReGen? How'd they do in week 1?
I just said it. They won in week 1.
All right, so
Go ahead. In all seriousness, ReGen Retro had a 2-1 win over Phoenix Rising Ruby, and ReGen Anomaly had a 2-0 win over Wholesome Halfwit. So both of these ReGen teams, are coming into this with one match win. So one ReGen will win, one ReGen will lose.
And we have a little fire going on already. Thank you so much to ReGen Anomaly for tipping. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. And thank you to the subscriber Shinmeister and the follows. A little bit of foul play called in the lobby saying that they're trying to bribe us, so we'll see. Thank you for the biddy, Zammy. This is gonna be a fantastic match. This is one of the top matchups of the week. The ReGen Rumble, as I'm going to now call it, between ReGen Retro and ReGen Anomaly.
You might have to talk to Murda about that. That sounds like a cool name for a mid-season tournament. The ReGen Rumble.
The ReGen Rumble. How many ReGen teams are there?
4. There's ReGen Anomaly, ReGen Retro.
And ReGen Rising? ReGen Phoenix. ReGen Rising.
ReGen Phoenix. Yeah, ReGen Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4.
Sounds like an awesome opportunity for what you said, a tournament. That's the words.
Yeah, we got round 1 of the tournament right here with Anomaly versus Retro.
We do. Zammy is ready to go. I believe I'm ready. That's awkward. So now waiting on ReGen to ready up. And let's see if I can get my observer hotkeys back. Not that they work. I still can't make chat I still can't make chat disappear. So, again, thank you so much for joining us. By the way, it is Cinco de Taco. And in case you don't know what that means, it's Cinco de Mayo on a Mother Truck and Taco Tuesday. So, yeah. Deadpool and I are ready. You can't see it right now. Deadpool and I are ready to go. We like cuddles and tacos. Stoic, he's here. He's ready to go.
I am ready to go. I'm excited for these matches.
And we're just waiting on, I guess, Carve to ready up his team. So we do have some good information already because we came prepared. The bans for this match are Battlefield of Eternity, Braxis Holdout banned by ReGen, and then Dragonshire and Sky Temple banned by ReGen. And then ReGen picked to play Volskaya Foundry.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, I'm just taking a note, noticing we have some players who didn't play last week, so that's exciting.
And yeah, so I believe and based off of having a clip about it, I casted a ReGen Anomaly game last week that they won because I had messages in my DMs about trying to get in touch with Carve. So I know I talked to Carve last week, so I'm interested to see if they can keep it rolling this week and how they're going to adapt from last week.
Yeah, I actually, it was pretty interesting. I looked up Carve's stream because I know he's a caster, and I saw that he casted a game or something recently. And I actually got to watch some of their comms from that game. So I watched your stream, and then I watched their comms. Really exciting. And I stole some of their things that they were doing, and said, "Hey, team, we should check out what ReGen Anomaly here is doing, and we should put these in our comms." So that was a cool experience for me.
Yeah, I definitely think it'd be interesting to get into some of these comms at some point to hear a match. But that's got to be, I'm sure that's kind of touchy to get into because people not wanting to lose secrets and things like that. We are still waiting on the first ban coming out from Anomaly. It is Sylvanas, and we know how strong she is right now.
This is something I can tell you. They've said before, if they don't get Sylv, if they're not going to take Sylv, they're going to ban her. Really respecting her in these new tower changes and just the strength that Sylvanas brings to a map.
So Anomaly has stated that for them, Sylvanas is 100% pick ban. And is that foreseeable for the entire season, or as in with regards to patches obviously having impact?
Yeah, I'm not sure as far as the length.
Speaking of, okay, and that's fair. But that's a good thing to know coming from them. Speaking of really strong heroes right now, Zool, the first ban for Retro. Right now, while it makes a difference, we'll refer to them by their surnames. Retro banning the Zool, who has the same kind of presence as Sylvanas, is a lot bulkier, but not able to push an objective as hard. ETC ban coming from Anomaly, not wanting to deal with the point control with a mosh pit or even a rotating stage dive. ETC very popular this season as a pick ban.
True, this is an interesting ban as well because Zami last week played Garrosh in all 3 games against Phoenix Rising Ruby, which is making me wonder, like, was Garrosh an opportunity pick? Did he realize a weakness, or is... I'm not sure. I imagine that these two teams scrim together.
I'm sure with a ReGen division like this is, the Abathur ban, probably a target ban as well. Joanna coming out for Shinmeister as the first pick, and we've talked about Joanna. If Joanna's going to be picked, she's probably going to be the first pick, as important as she is. Otherwise, she's also worthy of a ban. And it looks like Joanna and ETC are the prominent tanks right now. That ABBA ban is still interesting to me, and I'm curious about it, and maybe and I'm sure we'll get to ask one of the teams either why the ban or do you know why the ban.
Yeah, something interesting about Johanna, she has a 90% popularity rate, which means she's either picked and banned in 90% of games, second only to Zool at 93%.
Is that NGS or is that
Yeah, that is okay. That is the 121 matches of NGS that were played last week.
Games or matches? Games, right?
Just
to clarify for statistical purposes, not to blow up Stoic spot.
You're right. It's more than semantic. Those are in 121 games. She was picked or banned 90% of the time.
And that's, I'm going to use the word redonkulous because I say bonkers too much right now. So we see the Garish come out for Zami Bars again, which you said is right now one of his favorite heroes, at least in tournament play or season play. And we've seen how Garrosh can be instrumental in picking people off, forcing out of position heroes. And so I'm interested to see the follow-up on the throw, because that's why you take Garrosh, is the throw. We also get the large minion for Retro to help follow up on the Garrosh. Large minion is a very impactful range damage dealer, especially with his extended auto attack range. Ana and Li Ming picked up for ReGen Anomaly, with bringing in a lot of suppression from the Ana with the sleeps and the heal block, and artillery damage from the Li Ming. Greymane and Lucio coming out as the bans during the second ban phase. Greymane is a big dive hero that couples well with Li Ming. Some Diamond players that I was talking to were talking about, if you have Li Ming and Greymane on a team, you're set up really well, and with the engage on Joanna, the dive from Greymane would be huge. Lucio also banned to help choke out with the healers, as well as Lucio counters Ana in that he doesn't really do burst healing, so he kind of gets around the heal block for the most part. But the Rhaegar is an interesting pick into the Ana, because ancestral healing can be blocked so hard. So I'm looking for a Bloodlust out of Rhaegar. Medivh, an off pick as far as what we've seen. Medivh, not a popular hero, but tends to be more popular among the higher skill players in the Nexus, and I would expect that to continue into NGS. We also get Carve on Hanzo and Ape Sandals on Artanis to round out Anomaly's team. Hanzo going to have a lot of range poke damage. And Artanis going to be able to get in there as part of the front line. I'm looking for him to go with the more damagey build, because they don't have much damage on the front. You roll with the point control coming in for Retro to help finish out that draft as well. We have a very interesting set of teams. Stoic, I've been talking a lot. Which team do you think is set up better?
I think I don't know. The Medivh play was really strong last week when it was played by Splash. Oh, there it is. There's the swap. So I think I'm going to favor our man. I don't know though. With the Ana into the Rhaegar, it's a tough pick. Both teams have clear ways that they can win team fights, but also ways that they could be picked apart. So I don't know. I'm thinking things look pretty even going into this draft here. I don't know if I can choose a winning team. The goat is Space Goat's pretty strong, so maybe
Space Goat
Space
coast
Minion.
to coast, that's for sure.
Maybe it is the blue team. Maybe I have to just go with my gut and think. I think that maybe ReGen Retro has a slight advantage in draft.
ReGen Retro with the Space Goat and the Medivh. The Medivh definitely an off pick. But I really like the Joanna engage. I like the Li Ming. I think that the burst from Li Ming and Hanzo has the potential to destroy Rainer's day, but the clutch saves from Medivh. So yeah, I think Retro has the defensive advantage, and because this is all about point control, defense is important. Would you run down our teams real quick?
Yeah, we have in the blue team for ReGen Retro, we have Garrosh played by Zammy Bars, Rhaegar plays by Altanian, Yrel played by Aaron, Rainer played by Melly, Medivh played by Splash. For the red team, ReGen Anomaly, we have Li Ming played by Supercarve, Artanis played by, can't read because I got stuff in the way. We got Johanna played by Shenmeister. We got Hanzo played by Lejmar Vul, and Ana played by Nasu, and that is Ape Sandals on Artanis.
All right.
ReGen v. ReGen, baby.
All right. First round of the ReGen Rumble. And already getting some Let's Go ReGen in the chat. They're on board. Yrel jumping in hard on Joanna. Joanna getting healed back up from the Ana. Again, this is just a level 1 skirmishing in the mid lane. It's just like the 1950s in high school. Everyone's wearing their blue jeans and a white t-shirt, picking fights in the hallways, calling each other names, and no one really committing to anything until after school. Hanzo able to get out of the throw from the Garish. Portal's going out from Medivh, not able to capitalize off of them. Did he take the talent? Yeah, he took Portal Mastery. Definitely a higher level talent. He's going to be able to drop the portals, pick where both portals go, and do so while in Raven form. So he won't have to become vulnerable when providing the support to his team until he's ready to actually engage. We also want to keep an eye out. He has 11 Arcane Wrists hit already on that quest that goes up to 40, reset by death. So that is a huge quest for Medivh, and let's watch for that to get finished. We do see amateur opponent taken by Artanis, so he's going to be going for that camp pressure most of the game. Also noteworthy is the quest talent Redemption for Hanzo, working on that basic attack speed. Yes, basic attack speed.
Speaking of Hanzo, Anna gets sniped. The other sniper gets taken out in the mid lane.
With that, first blood goes to ReGen. ReGen now down 1 kill to none and looking for an opportunity to come back. However, the healer will be up in time to go in on the objective.
Something really interesting here. ReGen Retro got their siege camp, or their shooty camp, faster, which allowed them to get the heal camp almost at the same time that ReGen Anomaly was getting their fortification camp. So strong controlled rotations as they look to invade the siege camp of ReGen Anomaly here.
Yeah, Garish getting protected by the Medivh, gonna throw some extra damage out, but they're gonna get pushed out by Anomaly, who is gonna take their siege camp. A good defense off of the invade for Anomaly, looking to stay out of trouble going into this first objective. They are already down by a full level in experience. Looks like they're gonna soak that up real quick though, and try to get to level 6. Fortunately, they're not down by a talent, so this will still be a mostly fair fight going into this first objective as well. This objective, go ahead.
We see Raynor taking his camp a little bit later, and we'll see if that comes into play as the blue camp might get a little bit of advantage if the red camp is cleared first. But right now we have a little skirmish on the point A.
Yeah, the red siege camp does have pressure on it already, or some damage out on it already, so depending on how this wave goes, which it looks like blue team siege camp is going to be fighting under its towers and with the wave, it will probably take the advantage and start pushing during this objective, which is still at 0% for both teams. Whichever team can get it to 100% will get the Tree Glove Protector. It takes 2 heroes to drive it, one to drive it and another as the gunner, both able to cast some damaging abilities, and it is a big pushing tool, especially later in the game. Big portal from Medivh. Garrosh trying to get a stun, gonna miss the stun. Joanna looking for an opportunity to rub elbows with the Garrosh. They take out the turret, but Joanna looking low. The Anomaly turret going to work, gonna finish off Medivh, interrupting his quest as Hanzo finishes his. Medivh down. Looks like Retro's gonna have to back out. Artanis goes down to Jimmy as Li Ming decides to farm the large minion herself. And that is a 2-for-1 on the point. Anomaly advantage. Gonna get a lot of progress on this Tree Glove Protector before Retro is able to come back. However, death timers are still low, so they're not going to build up too much. Garrosh trying to help out his siege camp in the process while they're waiting to regroup. Large minion is alive, pushing down the mid lane like a good little minion, good little large minion, and they're about to regroup on this protector. Let's see what happens.
Really interesting that Retro took that fight when they had an advantage, and they still traded poorly. So really good job from ReGen Anomaly, fighting up a talent here and still making a 2-for-1 trade.
Yeah, they did. It was unfortunately not executed well. I think with the way the portals were set up and where part of the fight was taking place, they ventured too far off of the protector, and the pressure from the potential tower damage and also the turret from Anomaly was just too much, and it pushed over Medivh, and then you have a 5v4 from there. Joanna getting thrown back by Garrosh. Garrosh not wanting to be disturbed, but she walks back in with the big condemn, goes unstoppable with the Iron Skin. Artanis swap onto the goat, into the fray to the goat to get her out of trouble. The biotic emitter goes down for, looks like Retro, and Garrosh goes down. Favor Anomaly, and by Retro I meant Anomaly. Garrosh goes down. That healing camp for Anomaly, a big help, as the turret's also providing extra damage. Garrosh is gonna fall, leaving Retro without a tank. Anomaly reestablishing control, and not a moment too soon as Retro's percentage is up to 98%. So if they could get the field uncontested for a few seconds, they would have had the protector. Still trying to hold on to the point, not let Anomaly get it. Ural able to jump onto Ana, take her out. It's gonna push off Anomaly, who does have to get off. If this meter does fill up though, that is gonna be a protector for Retro, and it is. First objective goes to ReGen Retro. Driving going to be Garrosh and Medivh. Let's see what they do with it. I expect them to put a little poke on this tower. They're staying longer than I thought, though. I figured they would go up and try to get that top health fountain. But top lane is pushed out, and so they're giving it an opportunity to get pushed back in their direction so they're not just tanking this tower all by themselves. The waves are coming up, and again, I expect them to go for this healing fountain.
Yeah, going right for it there.
Yeah, it is looking
They're taking
low.
a lot of damage.
They are going to get the fountain just in time. They're going to come out. There's going to be a knockback to give them opportunity to escape. Unstoppable Joanna does not get knocked back, but she does not go for the engage. Medivh back in Raven form, going to peruse around and see what he can find as Anomaly starts clearing the lane. They are down a level, but everybody is on the same talent tier, and that is the heroic talent tier. Let's check out this engage, catching Artanis out. He's able to swap around, get swapped to the side that he needs to be on, but it's not going to be enough as he goes down to the Medivh. Medivh almost halfway done with his stacks after that death. Stacking really fast, trying to recover. A big pick on Artanis. We have the taunt from Garrosh with Warlord's Challenge. Ancestral healing from Rhaegar for a big life-saving heal if Ana doesn't block it. Still a big fight over this fortification camp. Sonic Arrow coming from, not Sonic, the other one. Dragon Arrow coming from Hanzo to try to put some pressure out. Joanna getting away with not a whole lot of health. Garrosh trying to stop her from running. Uriel getting caught out too far, but she has that talent, which is Ardent Defender, as I remember what words are, in time to save her.
Yeah, we've seen almost all the ults come out here in these last fight over that camp, which was stolen.
Which means I can't see the icons to tell you what they are. But Li Ming goes down to the Rhaegar. She's out just a little bit too far. Garrosh trying to get a catch on the Ana again. Joanna backing off. They're looking like they're in bad shape. They just need to regroup. But they also want to protect this fort. So we have the Ardent Defender from the Euro, Rainer's Raider from the Rainer, Rainer's Raider on Rainer, Leyline Seal on Medivh, Disintegrate on Li Ming, Suppression Pulse for the Blinds on Artanis, Blessed Shield on Joanna, Dragon's Arrow on Hanzo, and Nano Boost on Ana. We're going to see some really engaged... You what?
Did anything strike you there, those ults? They all look pretty standard to me.
They look very aggressive, at least on the side of Anomaly, who gets a Dragon Arrow off. There we go. I got my camera fixed. They get a Dragon Arrow off for a big engage with that Leyline Seal catching all 5. A huge disengage from Medivh. Wow. 3-second stasis, or time stop, as it were, to prevent Anomaly from following up on that big engage. Garrosh getting out with low health at that point. Zammy feeling the whammy from Anomaly. Garrosh looking to get an engage. Unstoppable Joanna trying to get a condemn. She doesn't pick off anybody. Medivh circle of seal protection on the Garrosh to help him engage. Joanna in a bad spot, then gets taunted, can't get away. Uriel dive bombing onto Joanna for the kill. Li Ming looking to get some revenge damage out. Artanis swapping the Rainer into the tower, but he's going to get out just fine. A 1-for-0 favor ReGen Retro. ReGen's looking really good in this match.
Yeah, ReGen is looking really strong. All 10 members of ReGen playing quite well. We have ReGen with a slight lead here.
Right, and Retro picking up the turret camp, but not getting the turret. There must be an item block. Yes, the 2 people on the turret camp were both carrying items. Garrosh will go pick that up as its objective is spawning, leaving his team short, going into a little skirmish. So Anomaly is going to go ahead and take the platform, but not after Retro gets 23% of the platform finished off. I was going to say something, but then I forgot.
Strong advantage here in favor of ReGen Retro with a heal and 2 turrets and no items for the red team.
That's true. We do, and we have seen a lot where just a small advantage can snowball really hard in these higher levels of play. Big engage from the Joanna onto the Garrosh. Garrosh going out too far, gets swapped in by the Artanis. Armor reducing shots from the tower. Garrosh gets low, but the Biotic Emitter comes out and protect from the Medivh. Uriel looking like she's about to pop, but she gets unstoppable from the Rhaegar. She hasn't popped her Ardent Defender yet, so she has a lot of room to play and a lot of opportunity to soak back some health when getting low. But so with this disadvantage that they have on the map, just a slight one right now, ReGen Anomaly playing well into it, and if they can get the first fort, then they'll be looking pretty. A big swap on Rhaegar onto the platform. Rhaegar is able to get away. The follow-up was just not there. It looked like a miscommunication on Anomaly about the pick. Artanis getting put really low. It was a really good swap by Ape Sandals. There just wasn't any follow-up. That was a big opportunity that they had to secure a kill on the healer and take this objective away.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed by here ReGen Anomalies. They're not afraid to take a fight down 2 levels.
No, they're not. But they're also trying to fight before they're down a talent tier, which they are
true.
about to be in just a couple of seconds. There it is. Quest completed by Garrosh and Medivh. So Medivh now less afraid to die. They are now up a talent tier. Favorite team Retro. And they do establish control of the point. Looks like Anomaly does not want to fight down this talent tier and 2 levels. That is a hard opportunity for them to fight into. Opportunity is not the right word, but whatever.
It is a difficult situation. You are correct. So we see them, red team here taking their siege camp, as well as Carve is soloing this fortification as his team now rotates down to help him out here. But that allows the blue team to pick up this heal camp again.
Yes, that heal camp has been big, especially in saving Garrosh. When he's at low armor, that healing is really effective because he mitigates damage by a lot. Each point of health is more effective the lower health he is. And so when he's able to get down to low health and maximize use of that health bar and then get brought back up, it almost serves as half again healing on the Garrosh.
Yeah. Objective number 2 in favor of ReGen Retro. As Medivh drives and Garrosh as co-pilot. And now ReGen Retro with a structure advantage, taking out that top fort.
Yes, that first fort is always a big one, and it being in the top lane with the next objective being down bot, that's going to provide a lot of map pressure during the objective. However, you'd think they'd want to get themselves the advantage in the lane. Yrel trying to push for that, probably going to go for that healing fountain as well. This fort about to go down. It does go down to the Protector. Protector at about half health, and with plenty of time to come down and put pressure on bot. This is going to be a big Protector for ReGen Retro in this first game, and it's only
really
the second
securing
one.
their lead. Yeah.
A big slam onto the fort. It's about to fall. Lots of damage going out onto the Protector now. As Hanzo focusing it down. Big stun from Garrosh. Gonna throw in the healer. Ana getting caught out by the Garrosh and the Euro. And Joanna following. A tank should always stay with her healer, and there she goes. The Protector finally over. The objective is done. But ReGen Retro still trying to put pressure out onto Anomaly as they stay down here close to the keep. Looks like they're going to try to get something out of it, but Hanzo and Li Ming able to clear out the minions. There's nothing to push with now. So Retro looking to regroup somewhere else, going to the mid lane. And Anomaly follows instead of clearing out that next wave in the bot lane while they're down on XP. I really think that's a mistake, not getting that little extra XP that they can when they're just going to poke here and not try to get an engage anyway.
Yeah, wow, I do want to highlight that the reason that Ana was so out of position was because Garrosh, while in that co-pilot position, jumped out of the Triglav, threw Ana behind, stunned her, and allowed his team to blow her up. So really cheeky play there from Garrosh.
You never expect it, just like the Spanish Inquisition, or the you get the teleport ETC, you get the teleport Diablo, you also get the Garrosh out of the vehicle.
Yeah.
It's just plays that you don't expect.
Yeah, definitely caught that Ana off guard here.
Yep, Garrosh seeing that the siege camp is coming up, waiting in the bush, looking for a check, or a catch rather. Artanis there by himself. Garrosh didn't see anybody coming up, wasn't able to do anything, and he's probably regretting it now, seeing that camp gets caught. This siege camp also going to go down to Anomaly, letting their own siege camp push that they just got, looking to get an advantage wherever they can. They have catapults pushing in now on this lane every third wave, so they really need to get a fort. But we saw this on the last match, or in the last match. If you were here earlier this evening, we see a backdooring effort coming from Retro, but it's seen by Anomaly. The blind goes out from Artanis. That's 3 seconds of blind on the whole team. They're still going to try to get this keep.
Excellent response. Red team gathering up to fight up a talent to protect this keep. Will they be able to do it?
Big Condemn goes out. Biotic emitter drops. Unstoppables going out. A big leyline seal coming from Medivh, catching 4 of them. Li Ming about to get caught, but is able to get away by the time the leyline seal falls off. My mouse is going not where I'm telling it to.
Good zoning. Big arrow.
Big arrow from Hanzo onto 3 of them. The portal, more like a protal, coming from the Medivh to get everybody out. Euro looking like she's in bad shape. She's able to pop Ardent Defender just in time. That orb not connecting as Artanis trying to make a play, trying to stay alive, gets taken out. Joanna and Artanis fall, but so does Medivh. A 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Retro. Li Ming trying to use a reset to keep making something happen, but not able to land it. And Retro still pushing in down their, not their healer, but their support. Thank you for the raid, Spectrum. Welcome to the ReGen Regional Rumble. As we have ReGen Retro pushing in, they take the first keep. ReGen Anomaly still not able to get a building taken down as this third objective does spawn. And ReGen Retro, it just looks like it's their game right now. It's in their court. It's theirs to throw. He's just in a, they have control of this map, which means they also have the pressure of the map right now. ReGen Anomaly just needs to make something happen. ReGen Retro has to prevent something from happening at this point.
Yeah, and they've got about 1 minute till this protector is in the hands of ReGen Retro with level 20 advantage and a clear win condition on that bottom lane for right towards the core. They're looking like they want to get this fortification camp before they engage.
Yeah, ReGen Anomaly not making a showing yet. They want to be grouped up, but I guess they just don't know that Retro is split up. But they do. They find Euro in the mid lane. Four-man trying to catch Urel. She jumps out of the way. Dragon Arrow's just barely going to miss. And the whole team gets off of the objective. Medivh cheats coming out, redirecting the leyline seal. Is it going to be enough? It is to catch Hanzo. Li Ming barely blinking out in time. Euro jumping in, trying to get a hard engage. She ardent of an ancestral healing from the Rhaegar. Ana falls as well. So does the Joanna. Li Ming low. Artanis down. A big fight for ReGen Retro. They're probably just going to finish here and not worry about the protector.
I think you're probably right. Garrosh tossing Raynor in there saying, get a couple more kills. Let's close this game and get on to the next one.
You see a last-ditch defense coming from the Li Ming, trying to disintegrate in, throw some orbs and some Qs out. She gets tossed out by the Garrosh. She ventured out just a little bit too far. But it's not going to be enough. Core is already at 50%. Minions and catapults are showing up. A big win for ReGen Retro. A very decisive victory in this game. And again, we see the early advantage is just enough to finish off the game in this A division.
Yep, I think ReGen came in, said they wanted to win, and ReGen said we want to win. But then ReGen said, nope, we're going to win instead.
Ultimately, ReGen ended up winning. So good game to ReGen, but also good game to ReGen.
Yeah, I think ReGen both won and lost, and did it with style.
Yes, really hard fought to the end. I think where Anomaly went wrong, for the purpose of clarity, is that with the Li Ming pick, you gotta be able to finish kills. And as you see, she had so much damage. She put out so much damage, but they couldn't finish off the kills, so she couldn't reset. And when she did get a reset, it couldn't connect. They couldn't keep it going, and so she wasn't able to really go off the way Li Ming is hoping to. Whereas the steady damage from Raynor, really just the steady Medivh bringing the heat as well, was able to just keep up. And as long as Medivh's hitting those Qs, he's going to be able to keep going and keep putting out damage. And it worked out for him really well, being able to avoid resetting the Li Ming.
Yeah, I think that Medivh, the unsung hero here, because of course you can't see it till hindsight, but you're right that Li Ming could not find those kills to get those resets, even when the blue team was low. Medivh's protects just kept people alive.
I'm interested to know with Carve, if he had gone Wave of Force, if he could have separated out the team a little bit better.
Yeah, if they just had one more CC there. Because Artanis is a strong bruiser, but does not bring, other than the swap, does not bring a strong, reliable crowd control.
All right, map number 2 is picked. It is going to be Cursed Hollow, picked by ReGen Retro.
Okay. So Anomaly with first pick again.
It looks like Anomaly is getting that first pick. I'm seeing a lot of interesting things going on, especially this evening. So the second game, um, the team that lost the first game has been opting for first pick, and I saw why in the first match, because they did go for the ETC, which I was thinking based off of the first game of that match that if they don't pick ETC, they wasted their first pick and should have picked the map. Here, the losing team going for first pick. So you have to have a pick in mind going into it, whether it's a deny, like denying Garish, or picking the Sylvanas, or something like that. And so, whereas if you have the second pick, one, you pick the map. Two, you have the chance to respond to basically every pick that the other team makes. You get your first two picks are to respond to the first pick, and then all of your other picks are responses as well. And your last pick cannot be countered. So it really sets you up in an advantage for draft if there's not that one hero in particular you need to get.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we saw strong drafting out of both teams, but I think that the ReGen Retro there picking the Medivh to counter the Li Ming essentially just turns her off. No resets because you're protected.
Thanks for the follow, Spectrum. I appreciate you, bud. All right, looks like we are starting to get ready. And yeah, again, drafting, half of this game is drafting, especially at the higher level where you really start to get into counters and it's not just who do you play better. All right, both teams are ready. It looks like we are about to jump into the there we go.
Cursed Hollow.
Jump into Cursed Hollow, land of the Raven Lord.
A quick note before we start into this draft, ReGen Retro did an excellent job reaching 7, 10, and 13, and then the rest of the game obviously as well, talent tiers before, or I guess 4, 10, 4, 7, 10, 13. But because of great strong macro, lane rotation denials from the Garrosh and the Medivh, we'll see if they're looking to get a early
respect ban, taking out the Medivh, and a little bit of trash talk coming as well.
Oh, baby. That is a snipe respect ban if I've seen it.
Yeah, that was instant. Wow. And that just goes to show just how impactful the Medivh was. And it's hard to see at first because it's portals, it's protects, and it's some damage coming out from the Q. But when you go back and you look at the stats, you look at everything overall, you can really see just how disruptive Medivh can be and how much damage he can put out as well. He does a surprising amount of damage as long as you're hitting your abilities. And so a really big respect ban, or a disrespect ban, as it were.
A well-played Medivh makes a big difference.
Abathur banned this time by Anomaly and not Retro. They know something we don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a strong map for Abathur, and we saw the macro, the excellent macro from ReGen Retro, and so maybe they're just worried about the global soak pressure that Abathur does provide. Ooh, Johanna ban here. Taking away Anomaly's first pick last game in Johanna. We'll see what their plan is. What are they going to show in game 2?
Yeah, Johanna, a big ban, and looks like ReGen Anomaly's going to first pick Sylvanas. Big ban from Johanna. She's always worth it. No, the Greymane pick. So that's interesting. And I'm wondering why they're not picking the Sylvanas, other than because the Cursed Hollow objective is already a disable. And there's not going to be a whole lot of times that you're going to... Wow. Sylvanas goes to ReGen Retro, so I'm going to shut my mouth on that one. ETC picked up by Zami Bars. Instead of Garrosh, this is his first game not going Garrosh, huh?
This is his first game of NGS this season not going Garrosh. You've seen it here first. Zami plays another hero.
Yep.
Interesting that the Sylvanas... I heard it from Carv's mouth. If we're not going to take Sylv, we're going to ban her. And here, Sylvanas is the first pick from Melly.
Yeah, for Retro, when Carv had the opportunity to grab her. Li Ming and Varian coming out. Varian has a very versatile play, especially on Cursed Hollow. He can be sneaky. He can be taunty, he can be screamy, and so really looking forward to see what's coming out of Naisu with the variant, unless of course they trade around. But interested to see how variant builds. Li Ming coming out again, played well, just couldn't get resets, and it's hard for Li Ming to just go off when you don't get the resets. Ana ban, respect ban to the Ana, even though she was caught a lot, unfortunately. They still recognize the skill from the Ana and the ability that she has to disrupt, especially in the tight corners in the jungle of this map. Last ban coming out for ReGen Anomaly.
Brightwing. Denying a little more of that global pressure here.
Global pressure and also
Zamash interrupt.
Yes, that one.
Strong.
Sorry, I'm getting pinged all over the place. The Mosh interrupt.
That's what happens when you're famous, baby.
The Mosh interrupt from the polymorph, also the Emerald Wind, if that's the choice. Also, big burst healing potential with the Z ability, even in a team fight. I don't know if you've seen that kind of ridiculous healing that Brightwing can do, but she can really put out the numbers. So Karazim and Dahaka being picked up by Retro Anomaly, opting for the white main. Very interesting pick. Also a very interesting pose by the white main that we're getting to sit here and see for a while. She's ready for a show. Faustad coming in to carry her off. Here comes the last pick.
White main, one of the best. Flapper white main, one of the best skins.
It's a great skin. Awesome. It really is. It's just fun. It's so vibrant.
Yep. Let me catch up on taking my notes.
Yep. And yeah, we definitely want to remember the Abathur and the Sylvanas.
Yeah.
And so last pick coming to ReGen Retro, it is Raynor. Large minion makes another showing.
Interesting. How are they gonna? Is Splash gonna play Raynor? I think so.
We are in the swap phase. Keep an eye out. So Naisu looks like it will be a taunt variant as the only form of frontline. That's to quote a movie that everybody seems to love. That's a bold move, Cotton. Or bold strategy, Cotton, I should say. I can't even quote it right.
So something interesting here, if I can note, is last game, Ape Sandals, who's now playing White Mane, was playing the Artanis. This is very interesting because in their previous series, in the Anomaly's previous series against Wholesome Halfwits, Ape Sandals played ETC the first game, and then White Mane the second game. So I'm wondering here if this White Mane is Ape Sandals' one-trick heals. I'd have to see a little bit more information here. But definitely an interesting pick as we're seeing some role swapping, but to the same hero. So maybe we'll see some cheeky White Mane strategy, or he'll put on a clinic on how to really do some healing here. Just something to keep our eyes on as this game number 2 on Cursed Hollow starts.
Yeah, definitely having versatility in your hero pool and also your role pool is big, especially if when you're in a situation where you want a specific hero, like a specific healer, but your healer isn't that comfortable on it, and the two players can flex and switch. We're looking at a really interesting strategy coming out from Retro as Anomaly is about to head out into the mid lane as well, but we'll see how it develops first.
Yeah, with Sylvanas' black arrows, Raynor's just pew pew pew, and
Dahaka
Karazim.
Dahaka showing mid, hopefully looks like he's hoping to keep a distraction out, but now they see Anomaly in the bot lane. They are taking out that tower thanks to the black arrows. And looks like they're going to get half of the other one before they have to back off. Big engage by the variant onto Sylvanas. ETC peeling really hard. Good job, Zammy. Splash taking a lot of splash damage. He's going to have to run back. A big defense from Anomaly, but not without losing that tower. Let's see how that plays out into the rest of the game, because as we noticed, even something as small as that early on is huge for the dynamic of at least the lane, if not the rest of the game.
Yeah. Tower cheese is always great here with this new Nexus Anomaly. Meaning that there are less things to focus you when you're trying to kill the other heroes. And they're going for the other one. Black Arrows is back up.
That's going back in real hard. It is only a 40-second cooldown, so going in to try to catch it, but they do get caught there. it's a 3v4, but it's still, that's rough to focus all your damage onto a tower while you're getting beat up by the enemy team. That's hard to do. Li Ming going in, stealing a globe as she did go power hungry, and also stopping ETC from getting it for his prog rock. That is a scary flash, or teleport, but it paid off. She didn't pay for it, and she was able to stop ETC from getting an extra globe.
Yeah, interesting. So we got a camp pushing here for the bottom. We'll see if ReGen Retro gets on this camp push, or if they're just gonna run it down bot, which it looks like they're wanting to do here.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. The siege camp does come in for Anomaly to help defend. It looks like Retro's finally gonna back off of it, but they're committing hard. Now, Cursed Hollow, you do want to get control of a boss lane, which is to say not the middle lane. And your own boss lane is probably the easier to do, especially with this first curse coming up, or this first tribute coming up right here above the lane, really close. It's a good place to skirmish over and try to get at least a little bit of pressure. So if fights devolve into the bottom lane, you're able to, if you have the control, you're able to get at least a little extra minion damage. Big taunt going out on Sylvanas from the Varian. She's able to Wailing Banshee away, Haunted Wave away. They're Banshees, they wail, it's a Haunted Wave, it's something. Again, I play her so much, you'd think I know this stuff. The Siege Camp, though, pushing in on the towers. Big taunt going out onto Sylvanas again. They really want her. Li Ming damage coming out, not going to be enough to finish on Sylvanas. Sylvanas gets away as ETC comes in, slides, catches the white main. The bump for the kill. Kill goes to the large minion. I think that counts as an execute to Nexus forces, but I'm not 100% sure. And
yeah, interesting. Abusing the fact that Varian doesn't have the strong peels.
Yes, going ahead and getting those hard picks instead of having to play defensively. Anomaly really trying to get the advantage where they can. An interrupt on Karazim channeling the tribute, and it looks like it's going to be enough to get it, as they're not going to be interrupted anymore by Anomaly. Retro still holding strong in the bottom lane, trying to get that push. As we have Dahaka and Jimmy trying to get the rest of the pressure everywhere. Taunt onto ETC this time, but that's a bulky boy, as Varian should know. And ETC does get away with about a quarter health, healing back up pretty quick. Level 7s go out to both teams. Interesting. It does look like we're going to see an orb build out of Li Ming with Power Hungry to start with.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, if I can look at names, I believe it is this Li Ming. When I was talking to ReGen Anomaly before, and I was talking to Carve, Li Ming just kind of found. No, that's not this Li Ming. I remember now. Anyway, I think the Power Hungry is a little sketchy pick, but I definitely support the orb build, as I'm a big orb build fan, and also the resets to help interrupt channels if she's waiting on her team.
Yeah, we'll see if Lei Shamorval can find more kills and resets here on Li Ming than Carve could last game.
Yeah, the Black Arrow's out on the tower, trying to provide a little bit extra support. Varian is trying to look for a pick, but he's not gonna get it. Diving out and then coming back in. This third tribute is spawning, which will give the curse, which will curse Anomaly if Retro gets it, giving them a lot of pushing potential. Taunt out onto the ETC. He's gonna get slowed by the white main, but not a whole lot's gonna happen about it. Anomaly really needs to get this tribute so that they can maintain any sort of map presence. Dahaka down in the bot lane, probably going to burrow in here soon, bush stalk rather, but no, Retro's just going to give the tribute over. Maybe they're looking to make a later curse so that they can push with stronger minions. This is a bold play if I could keep my map on it. Coming from Anomaly, getting the boss right after the tribute. Retro wondering what's up, no one on the map, but they get in for the boss kill in time. A big engage by Karazim and ETC, able to help interrupt the channel. ETC, Karazim both go down. Faustad to follow by the Sylvanas. A big play from Retro, finding the boss camp just in time. I thought Anomaly was going to get it. 3-2 exchange. Retro steals the boss. That's going to be big. That has to be defended by Anomaly, but the Black Arrow is going to help the boss push, and it's not taking any damage from the other tower because it's too far away from it. Now the Black Arrow also taking out that tower long enough for the boss to get over. But Sylvanas does want to get back, get healed up, coming down to this next tribute down bot. That's going to be
yeah, Rainer's already started on this next boss, though. ReGen Anomaly is going to have some heavy map pressure coming their way.
Yeah, Retro trying to keep pressure on going to this objective. Two-man defense of the boss up top. It's probably going to take that fort as this boss is getting capped for Retro. Anomaly looking for an opportunity to get this tribute and stop Retro from getting it with that boss cap. They're going to have to go back and defend. I don't see a way that they can feel comfortable defending this tribute or contesting this tribute while that boss is pushing in.
Yeah, man.
But they do taunt onto Dahaka, who does have to burrow. The drag coming out from Dahaka gonna miss though. Big gust from Falstad blowing everybody back there. It looks like the tribute is going to Retro. Curse to Retro. That boss is huge. So much health and no fort damage to speak of. The minions all gonna fall instantaneously. That boss has to go down to hero damage, and it doesn't look like Anomaly's gonna be able to do it.
ReGen Retro is playing mean. They're playing for keeps here in game 2.
Well, keep in mind, ReGen has not lost so far, and so ReGen really wants to win the match and keep that streak alive.
You're right. ReGen has won. And so
big heavy damage out onto the ETC. He stays a little bit too long before deciding to get out of there, and it's not enough to stop the burst from Falstad and Li Ming, especially with Falstad taking that boomerang at level 7 for the extra pop on his Q. That's going to be heavy damage out onto the EDC. They don't have their tank, but they still have the curse. So the boss getting heavy damage on the keep, about to fall to Anomaly as Retro falls back to regroup, get a bruiser camp to have it start pushing, and Anomaly trying to lick their wounds and get back into this match.
And so the curse
yeah, they've been given an opportunity. They still have 3 keeps up, and they have a curse advantage. While they're down about a level and a half. We'll see what their plan is here to even things up here. Oh, ReGen Retro looking for a possible camp steal as they're sniffing out that Greymane is taking this, and their red team's going to back off, respecting the talent tier advantage.
Yes, they do, and we saw Dahaka taking that siege camp as ReGen Retro goes in for the that bruiser camp. They do manage to steal it, forcing Anomaly off. Black Arrow is going to push, helping that bruiser camp in onto the mid keep. The first tower about to go down. The bruiser camp also going down. Big defense from Anomaly. That's gonna help them out coming into a fight if they are able to even get past their gate. ETC trying to get in there, ends up backing off, not wanting to take tower damage. As Greymane jumps onto Dahaka in the bot lane and then falls off. Both teams rotating down and looking for really an opportunity to capitalize on a mistake.
Yeah. The map is very, very blue here.
It is. Again, Anomaly, let's take a look. Anomaly, as you can see, if you look at the minimap, can't see anything outside of their base.
Wow. Let's see what they can pull off here. Kills are fairly equal, 4-3.
Yeah, but again, huge map pressure for Retro. And they are on the same talent tier, but down 2 levels is Anomaly. Disruption from Zammy on the ETC. He comes in. The siege camp finally goes down. Anomaly looking for an opportunity to capitalize. Greymane jumping in on the Rainer's Raider, trying to take it out, I guess, or just missing on his engage there and taking back the watchtower as Retro regroups. Dahaka looking for any opportunity he can find to get some push, goes up into the top lane. The tribute is spawning.
ReGen's looking to get a kill on ReGen here.
Yeah, but Anomaly not wanting to contest right now. They are up at tribute. They can afford to give this one away. And they do. Tribute's 1-1. And
wow, Retro posturing for that top boss, waiting for it to spawn.
Yep, as Anomaly tries to go in on Dahaka, a Wailing Arrow comes out from Sylvanas, and there's a full disengage. Anomaly backs out. Anomaly looking to go in on this boss, maybe trying to catch him, but they're going to be a little bit too late as the boss is about to fall. There goes the variant. He's not able to jump in time. Boss to Retro, and they're still fighting over nothing now when Greymane needs to get out and get to defending. Big gust from Falstad to save Gen. And, yeah, they're just a lot of skirmishing with a whole lot of not killing. And again, it's very interesting to see these higher level matches because of that. Anomaly trying to push Retro out of their base so that they can defend the boss. And Ape on Whitemane getting stunned in the boss's slam. Probably not intentional. Opportunity to be seized on by Retro if they wanted to, but probably too risky.
Yeah, quick reaction trying to get on that ETC who slides away to safety. The boss will be cleared.
It is, as this tribute's coming up, but Dahaka sneaking a keep in the bottom lane.
Keep.
We're at level 17 for Retro to 14 for Anomaly. Have you seen ETC Mosh yet?
I haven't seen a Mosh. I think he's been holding it as a threat. And
it is
threatening.
Mosh is very scary when it's off cooldown. If
Karazim gets the top keep.
Karazim finishing out the top keep. So that is 2 keeps down for Retro. No buildings taken down in favor of Anomaly.
There's the Mosh.
There's the first Mosh. It's a 3-man Mosh. Orbs coming in to try to poke out the ETC. Karazim falls to the Greymane though. ETC to follow by the Li Ming. She's able to get a reset and capitalize off it, but Greymane goes down to the Rainer. And Anomaly up by 1 hero right now, trying to get a pick, but instead Varian gets dragged by the Dahaka into the tower. It's going to take some heavy damage and armor reduction. But a big play by Anomaly overall, even though ETC finally got a good mosh off.
Do they go for a boss here? What's their play?
I think they have to get the tribute, otherwise they get cursed.
Yeah, I guess you're right. What can they do? Falstad bribes the camp? What can they do to bring themselves back in here? Fighting a Sylvanas would be a big
catching
one.
Sylvanas out. Varian jumps in, but doesn't want to chase. Chasing is way too risky right now. Dahaka probably gonna, stays in the top lane. Dahaka looks like he's looking to make a play, but he decided not to. Greymane back defending the core from the Winions. We don't want to see that again.
You know, I know we're not supposed to have favorites, but I really want ReGen to win this game here.
Absolutely. I think ReGen was also favored coming into this game, and so if ReGen takes it, one, it fulfills the stats, but I think it also makes the fans happy too.
Yeah.
Sylvanas looking a little low, getting shrunk by the Whitemane. Karazim also in bad shape, having to fall back. Whitemane looking low too. Why is she in front of the Varian? Varian looking for a pick. Varian walking away, says, no thanks, I don't want that. I already ate dinner. Nope, never mind. I can go for a second side of beef. EDC getting shrunk down. EDC getting killed.
Find one.
He becomes dog food for the Greymane. Reset off of Li Ming. The Arcane Orbit catching the Karazim. Big damage. Anomaly up 5-4 right now, looking for a play on the boss. It's still risky, especially as the siege camp's pushing in on the core. Someone's going to have to go defend that, and they can't skirmish over this boss point for too long, but they do have the advantage as Dahaka comes in, misses the tongue grab on Varian. Anomaly able to cap, but Anomaly getting pushed in on the core. Someone has to go back. Maybe they just don't see it.
No, they definitely see it, but they needed to make sure this boss was secured, and I think they got to find some value.
But they didn't disengage very hard. And that siege camp now doing actual core damage.
Yeah. Falstad was backing, choose not to.
Yeah, and they're losing a keep. That's a big mistake on Anomaly. They had the boss. They needed to disengage and get back. Dahaka looking to push in. They do get the curse, however. This will help them defend, but that siege camp damage is huge.
Still going.
They might lose with the curse up.
Oh my gosh.
Falstad, kill the siege camp. What is wrong with you, lad? There goes the siege camp. Dahaka trying to come in and finish off. They come in. They just didn't respond in time. They didn't get back in time and could not defend the huge amount that was there. They really needed to get back as soon as they capped that boss, and they just didn't.
It's not often that a team gets a boss. Go ahead.
That was a huge break for Retro, because like you were saying, you don't get the boss and then the curse immediately after very often, and with that pushing and to lose while that's up, that just cannot feel good.
Yeah, I wonder what % of games have been lost by the team who gets a boss and a curse and then loses within 60 seconds. Oh, yeah, you hate to see it.
Oh yeah, it's awful. That's really awful. All right, brother. I will see you in a lobby in the other Discord.
Oh, Taco.
That was
It's
insane.
crazy to me because you had ReGen coming into this map highly favored, but then winning.
ReGen just comes, yeah.
Upset. It's the favored, the upset. It's both. Oof. You hate to see it.
That was rough to see. That was really rough to see. And looking at the stats right now, you have again the same. You have the same story again. You have a lot of damage coming out from Retro, and Li Ming still putting out damage and a lot of clear as well. Not able to get resets really and do something with it. They only got 6 kills. You saw one opportunity for her to do it, but it just wasn't enough to keep up.
Yeah, it's a tough day to be a ReGen fan. I mean, I just think about it. There are ReGen fans all over who are celebrating, and on the other side, there are ReGen fans who are not so happy. And
it is very roller coastery for Team ReGen right now, and
yeah.
I just hope that those spirits can also regen and come back again next week.
Oh my gosh. Hey Zammy, how are you? Great game. Man.
Doing good. Thanks.
Zammy, fantastic match. What a lucky break. I'm going to say lucky break. There at the end of that second game, it looked like ReGen was back in it with that boss and the curse at the same time. But I think they should have gotten that. As soon as they capped the boss, they should have gone back to defend. Maybe send one person for the curse. That way you'll have a boss walking in that late in the game. And they just couldn't get the clear in time. Falstad would not attack the siege camp after he blew the minions out that were all at 1 health, and it looked like a really hard misplay that secured the match for you. What were y'all thinking there at the end of that game?
Honestly, my team was like, yeah, we really didn't need to fight there. Like that was just not the place to fight on the boss. But we were also like, oh shit, Dahaka's ending, so that was also cool. Yeah, the Siege Giants were, those were the homies at the end.
Siege Giants MVP, right?
Yeah, GG to ReGen Anomaly.
Yeah, it was a fun match to watch. Kind of gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed in what Anomaly brought to it, knowing how I'm sure y'all have a rivalry between each other, being part of the ReGen Rumble squad. I said something else earlier, I don't remember what. And I definitely expected it to be a lot closer through both games, but y'all just kind of rolled over them in the first game, and that second game rolled over too. Y'all had that little blip at the end, but then
yeah, that was my fault.
So
sorry guys.
Game 1 draft.
But they're I'm pretty sure they're a newly reformed team, so.
So we're definitely looking to see them grow and come back with a vengeance at you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like we had growing pains too, and we're still gonna have them, So.
All right.
Everyone's gotta lose.
Yeah, it happens. And you grow more from a loss than you do from a win most of the time, and so they'll be able to come back. But enough about Anomaly. Let's talk about you guys. In that first game, the Abathur ban. We were very surprised to see an Abathur ban, and we thought it was a target ban, but then Abathur was banned the other direction in the second game. Tell us about the Abathur
ban. Just good, I think. And if you're unsure what to ban on the other side, if Abathur's still up on like a medium to large map, just do that.
Okay. So it's
like
not
a flowchart.
It wasn't a target ban really at all. It was just a map ban.
Yeah.
Okay. And y'all got Sylvanas in the second game, which was also a surprise because again, to talk about Anomaly just a little bit, they had talked about if they don't ban Sylvanas, they're picking Sylvanas. Sylvanas was going to be 100% pick ban for them, and we thought maybe because of the map effect on Cursed Hollow that maybe she wasn't as important of a pick, but then y'all took her, and y'all did really well with her with the going down to the bot lane, getting an advantage, and then using her later on a little bit throughout to just get a tower down even. Tell us about the Sylvanas pick and how she fit into the initial plan, and then what y'all ended up with.
She's just really good. Like even with the map mechanic, like just having that ability to cheese something and also to shut stuff down after the changes is still really good. Like she was, like she's someone you could ban before the changes, and I think, I don't know, some people on ReGen disagree, but I think she is first ban worthy all the time, along with like Zool and whatnot.
I
So
feel like
yeah,
Sylvanas, Zul, and Joanna are kind of the bands right now, and possibly
uh-huh.
ETC. ETC has been very popular as well, and we noticed. So we were talking about your ETC here in this second
Yeah,
game, and it was level 17. I remember because I said, "Hey, it's level 17," and as I was saying it, so you picked Mosh Pit, and we know that it's a strong weapon even when it's not being used when you're holding it. You had not
yeah,
used Mosh Pit until level 17 over by that top boss.
yeah.
Then you got a 3-man Mosh, and then someone on your team died for it.
And then
And
it was tragedy. Yeah, that was my first big fuck up.
um so would you, I mean, it was a good Mosh. You got a 3-man Mosh.
It was a bad good mosh.
How so? Like, tell us about that fight.
Because I knew they weren't there, like the Haka and I think Rainer? No, Rainer was there. I don't know. Somebody wasn't there. It was the fuck, I can't remember. But we were split and I went for that and we didn't know where the rest of the team was, so that was just a bad idea. I got way too excited seeing the three of them ganking.
Yeah, but it looked
Yeah,
like the
that's it.
follow up was mostly there too, um, and but they were able to kind of come back on that. They ended up getting a tribute advantage, and then again they were in a position to come back and just didn't. So what was kind of, so you said a little bit was going through your heads like, hey, that was a bad fight. We shouldn't have took that, but it looks like we might be able to get some push. Were you
Mm-hmm.
worried? Like, did you think they had turned it at any point?
Did I what?
Was there, so y'all dominated that game, but was there a
Uh-huh.
point in that game where you thought maybe Anomaly had turned it back on you and that they had the upper hand?
Um
Or were you pretty confident that y'all could close it out the whole time?
well, as the person who like was directly responsible for some like bad events, I definitely was like, ah man, they could really like play off this huge and this could like be a momentum shift. But I never thought they had the upper hand. I think they had like the opportunity to have it.
Okay. So y'all weren't ever really on the back foot that you thought it just potentially. Okay. Well,
Well, I
that's
mean,
good.
you always like, if you die,
Yeah.
if your team dies, you kind of have to be like, all right, like have to not be in
Regroup.
certain spots right now.
Yeah. Regroup and get back to it. Stoic,
Uh-huh.
you were taking some notes. What you got for us?
I'd love to hear about map one. You guys came out real strong with faster rotations. The heal camp, you took the heal camp. I mean, almost immediately, right after your turret. Was that always the plan, or did you notice that they were a little bit late and said, "Hey, we have an opportunity. Let's jump on this"?
I think what happened was we knew they were headed to. We took it first. We took our turret first, so we were just like, let's go there.
Okay, awesome. So great way to capitalize there.
So why?
I'd love to.
Sorry,
Okay.
real quick. So why the emitter instead of the siege camp?
Because the emitter is OP.
Fair enough. I'm
And
not
and
as
you
high
want to
level
time
as you
the
guys,
siege
so I
camp.
just want to make sure. And what?
Okay. The actual reason is that you want to time your siege and bruiser camps with objectives so that you can like ladder up from that for like added pressure.
Get that
That's
map
why.
pressure, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they were getting their siege camp at that time, and so I guess they just didn't have the timing down quite as well, or something.
Oh, they were getting it early?
They were
I mean,
getting their
you can
siege
do
camp
that
when you
too.
were getting the emitter. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Right? Do I have that right, Stoic?
I think close to that. Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
kind of how it happened.
it was right after. It was right after.
Okay.
And then we were like, all right, we'll take our siege. I think.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember. Yeah. Okay. A lot of things happened. All right. So
If you can play for the heal camp, well, then you should,
okay.
you know, like if you know where they
It
are.
definitely came in clutch, keeping you alive on Garish too. We watched it get
Oh, yeah.
real low, using all that armor that you could get, and then Medivh protecting you while you got healed back up by that emitter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The I gotta thank my team for keeping me up.
Yeah.
That's always huge.
Stoic, you had something else?
Oh, so I mean, I was in love with the play tonight when you were in co-pilot on the Treglov after I think it was the third objective, and you jumped out to throw the Anna back to your team to get that pick there. Is that something you've practiced, or is that just a snap decision to say, "Hey guys, let's kill this woman"?
Yeah, that's definitely something like we've practiced on that map. You know, like if you can walk up far enough with it, like yeah, no, we've never practiced that.
It
I was
just
just he
you
was
don't
walking
expect
up.
to.
He was walking up, and the Ana was out, and I was just like, I mean, like shoot, if he keeps walking up, I can probably catch him. That's the first time I've ever done that.
You just you don't expect a Garish to just hop out of the vehicle. Like that's not like. And I was talking to Stoic about it too. You have an opportunity to, like, blink with Diablo. I think ETC can also blink and mosh, and so you don't you. But Garish doesn't blink. Garish is he's a BDA, a big dumb animal, and so to get a big brain play of him dropping out of the protector to throw up to throw a person, it was astounding. It was a great
I
play.
think I think part of it was also like Splash on Medivh kept walking up. Like that was huge. It wouldn't have worked if he didn't keep walking up. I think he saw the play too, but he just didn't say anything. You know.
Oh yeah, he was just observing like the Guardian does.
This definitely
Exactly.
it was a play. I was going over here at home. I was going nuts. I loved it. My jaw was dropped.
Yeah, that was a cool moment.
My last question is: the beginning of the game on game 2, you guys ran it down bot and got those 2 towers. Was that always the plan when you picked up Sylvanas, or was it you noticed like, hey, they have a Varian, not the strongest main tank. We
No
can make
front
this
line
happen.
really, yeah.
Nah, man, we're kind of like, oh wow, we have Sylvanas now, so let's go run it down somewhere.
Cool.
Usually, what happens is we load up into a game, and then after we like go get snacks and like come back from the bathroom, we'll like be like, oh okay, this is what we ended up with. All right, so like this is what we can do, and then that's that.
So pro strats.
Yeah, you guys made it look.
Exactly.
You guys made it look
Exactly.
easy. That's all I got. Excellent game, Sammy.
We have a
Thanks,
question
man.
from chat, from the Twitch chat, Zammy.
Uh-huh.
From from Melly Hots. I don't know
Yeah.
if you're familiar with Melly Hots.
Oh yeah, I you should just ban that. Can you ban that person from chat?
Are you single?
No, happily taken. Please get away from me.
All right.
Gosh.
Oh, I can hear the blushing. I can hear it. I'll leave that to you though. I'm not gonna prod any further.
No, man. If you saw what he looked like, oof.
Is there anything else from that match that you feel like you should share with us? Something that maybe we didn't pick up on strategy wise, something that you thought was really noteworthy to talk about? No is an acceptable answer.
Oh, giving. We gave the third tribute because we were level 8 about to hit 10. So we figured why risk it now when we could just take the risk or like the fight
With the ultimate advantage?
with ults.
Yeah.
Yeah, and try to get ult advantage with with the Haka.
Uh,
So
I also suspected that had something to do with timing, just having a little bit later when you can guarantee that third tribute, your minions are stronger as well, and just getting more push out of it. But it's mainly that talent advantage.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, talent advantage is like everything. Like yeah,
Yeah,
and
there was a
pressure, map pressure, talent advantage.
there was a
Can't.
fight over the second Triglon protector, and as soon as y'all dinged 16, Anomaly deuced out, just right when that happened.
Yeah, yeah, that was awesome. Oh, one thing, we were about to lose the first objective, but
Yeah, y'all came back and
retro
pushed them out.
retro they 4v5, man. That was I want to look back and see how that was done. But I guess you can take 4v5s. Go take them 4v5s. 3v5s.
It's usually a bad idea, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, if I could get some shouts out.
Yeah, I got one more question. Two
Okay,
quick
okay.
questions. Don't worry, I'll let you
All right.
shout out. One, what do you think y'all need to improve on the most looking at this match? And the second one is, I'll just put them together real quick. And the second one is, what team are you concerned about the most looking at your division this season?
I think that I think I need to improve on peeling and picking better times to go in. And I also think that what was the who are we scared of?
I wouldn't necessarily say scared. That can be your word if you want. But the team that you're kind of wary about looking out for, the team that concerns you the most going into the season.
Um, Minion Miners and us have had history, and I think they won the match that we went up against. So I guess we're like really want to beat them. But other than that, no, man. I want to be in the East Division, man.
Oh yeah, why is that?
That looks like fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they fun in that it's super competitive, or
Just a lot of like more people, you know.
oh, I gotcha.
I love my West homies. Like if we go West versus East, whoever is on West, whoever out of this six pack goes up against East will crush it inevitably, you know. Like
Yeah.
that's a given. But like, you know, there's just more people over there.
Okay. So just
But yeah.
have a bigger pool to play against. All right. Well, thank you so much. Let's get your shout outs, brother.
Gotta thank my team
Of course.
a ton. Gotta thank Oltanian. We just got him in, and like about 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And he's been huge on heels. And yeah, it's glad to have him. And yeah, just the whole team. Like we've all improved and come back from like losing finals last season. So that was an experience, and yeah, it's been dope with them. And then gotta thank ReGen Anomaly.
Of course. The ReGen fam, right?
Yeah, yeah, they're the homies. Hope we get far in this season. Gotta thank Murda and ReGen, Team ReGen. And NGS. Oh my gosh, gotta thank NGS. I was just thinking like how crazy all this is, you know, and like how like Blizzard should like sponsor NGS, you know, because like they're doing it's like actual like work, you
That
know,
would be
like
fantastic. Yeah.
and like it's a whole ass thing. So gotta thank them, and you know, gotta thank everybody watching, and the casters. Thank you so much for casting.
I love it. It's been so much fun, and this is just my second week of doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a co-cast with you. All right. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, do it.
It's gonna happen.
Well, I am on the board for a lot of matches this week as well.
Yeah.
But I think Stoic has some claim to several of those. Our dynamic's been really solid, but I'm definitely looking forward to co-casting a lot of matches. So
Nice.
just hit me up when it fits your schedule, and we'll make something work.
Cool. Well, judging from the questions you guys asked, it was probably some great casting. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Well, there's a
Peace
VOD
out.
that you can go watch.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna check it out. I'm about. I was playing a game, man.
I
Give me
know.
a break. Give me a break.
Taco's always promoting.
You know.
Gotta get those views.
Well, oh,
Yeah.
what's that? What's the link? Is it twitch.tv/El Taquito with
Yeah,
a
it
T?
is. Yes, it
Oh,
is.
alrighty.
That Espanolo.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much. Hey, go celebrate with the team. That was a big win, and we'll see you next time. All right.
We'll do. Peace and GG's.
GG's, Emmy. Have a
Alright,
great season.
All right, Stoic. I'll see you in just a second. Green face Stoic. We got a green face Stoic. Let's see if that comes up. Stoic, where are you? Stoic, come back. Did I do it? There he goes. Oh, I messed it up. I was like, I called him. Where is he? What a match.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Um,
Some people said that ReGen was gonna lose, but you know what? At the end of the day, ReGen, they won.
Yeah, they did. ReGen, although I am sad about ReGen losing, but I think it's a really good move for ReGen to have won that match as well. Really awesome opportunity for them to move forward. So, crazy match overall. Again, I wish it was a little bit more. Even if it wasn't a third game, I wish it felt more balanced. But we're seeing these not steamrolls, these snowballs, because one is a more sensitive expression than the other here. Because really, like both teams can play well, but you get that advantage early, and it really can go out of control, which is painful, and it's really hard to come back with, even with this anomaly. Because I see a lot of complaints about this Nexus anomaly, and that it's impossible to finish a game. You can't close it out. It's always easier to defend at your buildings. Then you take them out and then you go push. But we're not seeing that at this high level of play.
No, yeah, I think you're right. I'm a little bummed, like in all seriousness, that ReGen lost, and by ReGen I mean Anomaly. Like their game with Wholesome Halfwits was excellent. I was really excited to see them come out here and really perform. And not to say that they didn't; they played a good game.
Yeah, I thought they were favored coming in, but they honestly I think, especially the second game, I don't think they drafted well for it, and the opportunities they had, I think the awareness mistakes are really what got to them.
Yeah, man, you know, both teams, they're going to play each other again, and they're both really strong teams in the division. And so I'm excited to see what this looks like next time. And I wonder if they scrim together, or if they kind of say, no, we're going to practice separately.
Because this is a smaller pool, they play each other twice, don't they?
Yeah, I think it's A West is one of the round robin.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see the rematch as well. Definitely looking out for that. So I didn't ask you the other times. I want to ask you now. You're doing a little bit of casting with me. You're looking at doing some casting. Is your Twitch channel up and like active? Can I send people to it?
Sure. They eventually, if I ever decide to, they can follow me there. But for the foreseeable future, I'm just going to be jumping on with you. But if somebody wants to throw me a follow, you go and do that, and we'll see if you ever get that notification.
That is HLS Stoic, as Murda has actually called out in chat. Go find him on Twitch, follow him. But you will find him here on this channel a lot. We really enjoy casting together, and so we're gonna keep trying to bring it for you.
And if these games keep being so good, I mean, why go anywhere else other than TTV?
That's a very good question. That is a very good question. Why go anywhere other than El Taquito?
Yeah, for real.
Thank you so much for joining us on a Cinco de Taco. It is Cinco de Mayo on a Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Taco. But here at twitch.tv/El Taquito, every day is Taco Tuesday. So you don't really have to worry about that. All right, so that closes out NGS for the evening.